The chair now recognizes the gentleman from Texas, Mr. Pfluger, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and we are going to miss you. We're proud of the job you've done and the leadership that you've shown. Mr. Goffman, welcome to the committee. Can you tell us, you know I represent the Permian Basin. We've had the conversation on the phone recently. Can you tell the committee the reduction in methane emissions in the Permian Basin over the last 5 to 10 years?
I can get back to you with that question.
32% over the last 5 years. 32%. So my question is, do we have a problem?
What that sounds like is what we have is leadership in the industry in the Permian Basin.
Agreed. I'm concerned because nobody from the EPA and the C-suite has been out there, even though I've asked. So it's been said that y'all have consulted with industry. Can you provide me a list of companies in Midland, Texas that you've consulted with? Maybe just name 2 or 3, if you can.
I'd rather get back to you with a complete list,
Okay.
Rather than just trust my faulty memory right here.
I think the fact is that I'm not sure that anybody in Midland, Texas was consulted. I don't know that anybody in the Permian Basin was consulted. I'm not sure that anybody at a small independent level was consulted. Maybe Exxon was, but I'm not sure that the industry, and we'll hear from the second panel. Mr. Goffman, will you commit to listening to the second panel?
Yes, and
Thank you.
Can I ask you, something of a favor? As you know, the EPA standards are ultimately implemented by states, and if there are particular stakeholders, companies, leaders that you want us
Sure.
to engage with
Yeah.
as the implementation of the standards and the other parts of the IRA go forward.
We'll get you that list, but I want to see a list from EPA. Who
Okay.
did you talk to? How many companies you talked to? What was the size of the companies? What type of industry? Was it production? Was it exploration and production? Was it midstream? Was it downstream? Was it refineries? Was it storage? Who did we talk to? Okay, tell the committee, tell people, I want you to talk to Midland, Texas now. Tell my district how you are going to implement this tax. And who? Because the threshold is 25,000 tons of equivalent CO2, right?
That's the threshold.
So nobody under 25,000 tons will be subjected to this tax. Is that a true statement?
That's our understanding of the statute.
You said earlier you have latitude in how you levy this tax. So does that latitude mean that you're going to dip below 25,000?
No.
You're not. Okay. I'm glad to have that on the record that nobody under 25,000. So talk to me about how the tax will be levied, because 10 days ago people were supposed to collect data. So talk to Midland, Texas now and tell me how that tax is going to be levied. I want to know, practically speaking.
Well, the 2024 system or obligation for operators is to continue what they've been doing for several years, which is to report their methane emissions under the current Subpart W greenhouse gas reporting rule. The revisions that Congress asked for that we proposed early in 2023 are in the process of being finalized. But right now, our understanding, and we believe sources' understanding, is quite clear under the existing greenhouse gas reporting program, Subpart W.
I think there's a lot of questions on how this is going to be levied. And when terms like our understanding is used, it leads me to believe that there's confusion, even from the EPA. And especially, I'm glad you brought up Subpart W, because under the IRA, the expansion of Subpart W, those that could be affected by it, the registry of data, has expanded quite a bit. So it leads me to believe that people that are under 25,000 metric tons of CO2 equivalents per year could be subjected to this. And that's very, very concerning. But I'll ask you again, do you think we have a methane problem in the United States in the production of, and do you know how much production has increased over the last, 10 years or so?
There are significant opportunities to reduce methane more, reduce other pollutants more, and increase investment in efficient operations. Those reduction opportunities, which Congress clearly wants us to be taking advantage of, will provide significant economic, energy security, climate and public health benefits.
As you'll hear from the second panel, thank you for committing to listen to it. Nobody wants to have dirty air, dirty water. And they've, in fact, over the past 5 years in my district alone, had a 32% reduction in methane intensity. So I'm not sure that the lack of dealing with industry, and I'm looking forward to seeing the list of exactly which companies you dealt with, I'm not sure that the problem is being met with the right answer. And I'm not sure that the problem actually is not that the United States of America is the world leader in clean production, and we should continue that, and these rules absolutely threaten our energy security. With that, Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
Gentleman's time has expired. He yields back.